Every seasoned caravan mechanic has a secret list of makes they would never touch. These are brands where hidden faults lurk beneath the shiny paintwork, turning dream getaways into wallet-draining nightmares. Today, we are counting down 5 Caravans sold in the UK that experienced engineers urge buyers to steer clear of. From soft floors that walk under your feet to alarming on-road collapses and costly hidden dangers, this ranking exposes exactly why these models make the mechanic's blacklist. So which brand lands in the least severe but still costly 5th spot? Let us start the countdown. In 5th place, Clubman Caravans face persistent trouble with floor panel delamination, a flaw that leaves owners treading on a floor that feels oddly soft, sometimes described as walking underfoot. The root of the problem lies in the original bonding process, a quick dry foam adhesive that fails to keep the floor layers firmly together. Within as little as 3 years, a gap up to 2 centimeters can open between boards, undermining the Caravan's rigidity and safety, especially during motorway journeys. Owners often attempt to fix with a 2-part epoxy kit, but even a successful repair can set them back between £700 and £1,200, not counting the 2 weeks typically lost to workshop downtime. These early signs, spongy movement or creaking near high traffic areas, are clear red flags for buyers. Even after repairs, Clubman models tend to depreciate rapidly, losing around 28% of their value in just 3 years. For anyone inspecting a used Clubman, pressing firmly along the floor and watching for give could save a costly mistake. In the 4th place, Zone RV became infamous after a viral motorway incident exposed the dangers of its honeycomb aluminium floor. On a busy stretch of the M25, a family's Caravan came to a halt when the floor beneath their seats suddenly gave way, dropping several centimeters and leaving the vehicle unstable. The footage, viewed more than 150,000 times online, captures the chaos as a passenger's foot slips through the gap and police declare the Caravan unfit to tow. The factory's push for ultra-lightweight construction led to a deck that simply could not withstand the everyday loads of British touring. Internal memos later revealed that engineers' warnings about insufficient load testing were ignored in favor of marketing claims about record-breaking fuel economy. For owners, the aftermath is punishing. A retrofit floor and chassis reinforcement typically costs between £2,000 and £3,500, with most dealers refusing to order parts until owners sign a no-fault waiver. The stigma attached to the collapse means Zone RV models lose up to 35% of their value almost overnight. Before buying, always check for evidence of floor repairs and be wary of any model boasting ultralight decks without independent test results. In 3rd place, Elddis Caravans present a hazard that often goes unnoticed until the damage is done: corrosion-prone water tank straps made from S235 grade steel. These thin metal brackets, listed as standard in the 2022 Elldis Handbook, are tasked with holding the fresh water tank securely to the Caravan's underside. Unfortunately, S235 steel fares poorly in Britain's coastal climate, where salty spray and damp roads accelerate rust. Within just 2 seasons of regular touring, mechanics have recorded cases where the straps snap outright, spilling water directly onto sensitive electrical systems. One incident on the M5 saw a snapped strap cause a cascade of water over the control panel, resulting in a complete loss of heating and lighting. According to independent metallurgy tests cited in a council fire safety report, this grade of steel should never be used in exposed, load-bearing rolls under a Caravan. Owners facing a failed tank strap can expect a repair bill between £600 and £1,200, and a resale value hit of around 22%. Caravan Dan's repair logs list at least 8 such failures in recent years, with most traced to salt exposure on coastal routes. Before committing to an Elddis, buyers are strongly advised to inspect the water tank brackets for any sign of rust or fatigue, especially if the Caravan has seen use near the sea. A quick check under the chassis could prevent a costly and potentially dangerous electrical fault down the line. In second place, Jayco caravans have become a frequent source of concern among UK mechanics, largely due to a hidden but serious problem with roof panel delamination. The issue starts where the interior plaster lining is bonded to the aluminium roof skin. Over time, especially in damp British weather, that bond begins to fail. A patch of ceiling may look perfectly fine from below, but behind the surface, moisture seeps in, separating the plaster from the metal. This creates invisible pockets where water can collect, leading to mold, soft spots, and, in the worst cases, a direct fire hazard. Fire services such as Windsor's have issued warnings about waterlogged plaster, increasing the risk of electrical shorts, particularly around ceiling lights and wiring runs. The scale of the problem is hard to ignore. More than 40 separate owner reports have been posted on the Jayco Owners Forum and in Good Sam community threads since 2017, with many cases appearing within the first 5 years of ownership. What ties these failures together is a switch in adhesive chemistry. In 2015, Jayco moved from a 2-part epoxy to a cheaper single-component polyurethane glue, a decision driven by production speed rather than long-term reliability. According to ex-employees and patent filings, this new adhesive proved less tolerant of the temperature swings and high humidity common in the UK, accelerating the delamination process. The consequences for owners are significant. A proper roof rebond and repaint can cost between £800 and £1,500, and even after repairs, the resale value of the Caravan typically drops by around 25%. Insurance claims are often contested if the separation is labeled as a manufacturing fault rather than accidental damage. For buyers, the warning signs are subtle: a faint, musty smell, slight rippling in the ceiling, or a soft patch that gives under pressure. Mechanics recommend inspecting the roof edges closely for hairline cracks or signs of water ingress, especially around roof lights and vents. Any Caravan showing these symptoms should be treated with caution, as a hidden roof delamination can turn a family holiday into a costly and potentially dangerous ordeal. And finally, in first place, Swift's plastic-topped floors have become the most notorious failure in modern British caravanning. The trouble began in 2018, when Swift introduced a lightweight polymer sandwich floor across much of its range. The goal was to save weight and boost fuel efficiency, but the reality has been a wave of structural failures that experienced technicians now call a textbook case of cost-cutting gone wrong. Under the weight of a typical family, these polymer decks have been recorded sagging by as much as 30 millimeters in just a week of wet weather. One owner's photos, posted to a Swift Facebook group, show the floor visibly bowing between the chassis rails. The core of the problem lies in the material itself. Unlike traditional 7mm plywood, the plastic-topped panels lack the compressive strength needed for repeated loading. As the floor flexes, the coach bolts that secure it to the chassis begin to loosen, accelerating the collapse. Service logs from UK dealerships reveal that floor sagging is now the leading warranty claim for Swift, affecting an estimated 12% of units sold since the switch. That is more than 1 in 10 Caravans returning to the workshop for major structural repair. The issue has drawn official attention. In 2021, the DVSA issued a safety alert, specifically naming Swift's lightweight floors as a risk to users. The DVSA bulletin, echoed by East Devon Council's fire safety report, warned owners to check for soft spots and visible sagging before every journey. Mechanics like John Miller, with 3 decades of experience, have described opening a Swift floor and hearing it creak like an old ship's deck, a sign that the entire system was engineered too lightly for British conditions. Financially, the fallout is severe. A full floor replacement typically costs between £1,200 and £2,000, with downtime stretching up to 3 weeks. Even after repairs, resale values drop by 30%, as buyers shy away from models with a history of floor work. In response to mounting complaints and regulatory pressure, Swift quietly reverted to plywood construction in late 2020, but thousands of plastic-topped models remain on the road and in the used market. For buyers, the warning signs are clear. Any softness underfoot, visible bowing, or loose coach bolts under the chassis should be treated as deal breakers. Mechanics recommend tapping along the floor with a mallet and checking for movement, especially near high traffic areas like the kitchen and entrance. If a seller cannot provide evidence of a plywood replacement or a build date after 2020, it is safest to walk away. Swift's floor saga stands as a cautionary tale. When lightweight innovation comes at the expense of structural strength, it is owners who pay the price. Across all 5 entries, one pattern stands out. Shortcuts in design and build quality leave owners footing the bill. In the caravan world, what is hidden matters most. For British buyers, vigilance is not optional. It is essential. The real cost of a caravan is what you cannot see.